September 10th, and I thought it would be really fun to bring you guys along with me on my day today. I am currently 11 weeks and 2 days along in my pregnancy, so I'd love to show you guys what I'm eating and then kind of talk about how I've been feeling, what's been working for me, and just answer some common questions that I see go around about being pregnant and being on a carnivore diet and having this kind of lifestyle. What do you got there? Those strawberries?
Yeah.
Yummy. Is that your strawberry, Maddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, yummy. It looks like Boomer's trying to get a bite from you guys. Are you guys hungry? Do you want some lunch?
Yeah, I want a piece.
Okay, yep. Mom will make you some peas over here. I have hot dogs on the counter. They're organic, 100% beef, grass-fed. And so we'll have those for lunch. There's, I think, like 6 in here. And then for the kids, I'll also cook up some sweet garden peas. And I'll just probably cook those in the microwave for them real quick. So that's going to be our lunch. I'll probably have a couple of these hot dogs. And if you can see, my phone's plugged in because it's charging. But I'll probably have a couple of these hot dogs. I'm usually not too terribly hungry in the morning. And it's not really morning anymore. It's, what is it, 11:27. So it's not really morning anymore. It's more afternoon. But I'll have a couple of these. And that should hold me over until later this afternoon when I have a more substantial meal. I usually don't eat hot dogs, but I wanted to try these. And, you know, obviously I'm going to cook them. I think I'm going to broil them actually in the oven instead of like boiling them in like a pot of hot water. Just because I want it to get a nice, like crispy outside. So I'm going to try these and I'm going to cook up some of these peas for the kids and I'll show you what our meals look like when it's done. So here I have the hot dogs on a baking sheet. I'm going to turn my oven to broil. And then I think they'll probably take like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Maybe I'll rotate them and we'll see how they're looking in about 10 minutes. So the hot dogs have been in here for about 5 minutes. I just went ahead and rotated them and I'm going to give them another 5 to 7 minutes before I take them out. So they should be done soon. As you can see, I just took them out. They took about 7 to 8 minutes. You can see that that one's split right there. So they're definitely hot. They smell really good, and we're going to go ahead and eat them. Is that yummy?
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. So they're going to go ahead and eat their lunch. And then this is mine right here. I have a little sour cream on the side that I like to dip.
Some Mommy's?
Yep, that's Mommy's. And I'm going to go ahead and eat those 3 hot dogs. There is 1 hot dog left, so if I'm hungry after that, I'll probably go ahead and eat that, but we will see. So yeah, that is my first meal of the day. And the kids' second. There you go. Ooh, yummy. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare my meal for later. I got about 3 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in my crock pot for about 3 hours. I'm going to salt and pepper it. And then in about 3 hours, it'll be cooked like a loaf. And it's really good. So I'll just show you as I do it. So I'm just going to take it out of the package. And I prefer 80/20 meat over any other kind. Some people say they like more fattier ground beef, but I prefer the 80/20. Alright, so I take it out just so it's like that. My hands are clean. And I'm going to stick it right in the crock pot. And then I have pink Himalayan salt and then just normal pepper. You want more? Alright, I'll get you some more, babe. And I'm just gonna go ahead and salt it generously. I really like my salt. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some pepper.
Yeah.
All right, that should be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the cover on.
I want to try.
Be mommy's helper?
I want to try.
Yep, okay. So we have the ground beef in the crock pot. And Zane, can you help me turn it to high? Can you turn the dial? So we're gonna turn it all the way. 1, 2, good job. We're gonna turn it to high, and like I said, it should take about 3 to 4 hours depending on how fast your crock pot cooks for you. I find that usually for me 3 hours is perfect. So yeah, I'll show you when it's done and how it looks. I just wanted to take a moment to just answer some questions about how I've been feeling in this first trimester of pregnancy while doing carnivore. So I guess the first thing that I'm going to start off talking about is, did I have any morning sickness? With this pregnancy and with my other 2 pregnancies, I never experienced any morning sickness. So I feel very blessed and fortunate for that. I know a lot of people, have a hard time keeping food down early in their pregnancies, and I never really had any nausea or anything like that. So it's been the same with this pregnancy. I haven't had any morning sickness. People talk a lot about having food aversions when they are pregnant, and I've especially heard that women tend to have an aversion to meat. For me personally, I have not experienced this. I think meat tastes just as delicious and smells just as good as ever before. But with that said, I do think like in between maybe week 5 or 6, I definitely lost my appetite just for food in general. Like I just didn't feel hungry. And so I didn't really eat that much. I wasn't really eating too much throughout the day. I think I would have cheese just here and there and maybe a small portion of meat. And that's really all that I was eating throughout the day during those couple of weeks where I just really felt like I had not as much of an appetite. I've also heard during times when you do have food aversions and you're trying to stick to a low carb diet, or trying to stick to carnivore, a good tip is you can't keep down the meat if the meat totally disgusts you. Maybe try adding in some more keto foods. So you don't have to eat, the donuts and the pizza and the bread, but just try and incorporate maybe a little bit more veggies, or try and incorporate some nuts, or, just different keto foods that are still going to keep you on track of staying low carb. But that way you're able to get the nutrition that your baby needs, because you're still being able to eat food. How did I know that I was pregnant? With every pregnancy, I feel like I find out sooner and sooner. So with my first pregnancy with Zane, I did not know I was pregnant until about 13, almost 14 weeks. I was just like, what on earth is going on with me? Like, why am I working out and I feel like I'm gaining weight around my midsection? Well, comes to find out I was pregnant. Then with Madison, I found out around 7 to 8 weeks, and I just kind of felt different with her as well. With all 3 pregnancies, and I guess this is a common symptom, is I definitely felt more moody than normal. I was more emotional. I probably got grumpy and frustrated a lot more easier than I normally do. I'm normally a very optimistic, upbeat person. And so to see my mood kind of switch like that was the first red flag that maybe something was a little off for me. So with this pregnancy, I also felt a little bit more tired than usual. Eating this type of diet, I just always feel so much energy, and I feel ready to go at any moment, and I just kind of felt like I wanted to take a nap during the middle of the day, and that just wasn't normal for me, eating this way. And so that was another kind of sign that I was like, oh, that's why am I a little bit more tired and wanting to nap when the kids go down for a nap and not feeling as motivated to get things done. So I had that symptom as well. Next symptom that I'm going to talk about, I never had with either of my first two pregnancies, and it was, I had like a headache, but it wasn't like a normal headache. It was more like pressure up in my forehead, and I would only get it like right at the moment I would get into bed and lay down to go to sleep. And it would just be like a little bit of like a throbbing. Like, I never get headaches. I'm not someone that ever gets migraines or headaches. So that was really odd. And at the beginning of this pregnancy, when I didn't even know I was pregnant, I had that for, you know, I would say less than a week. I had it for 3-4 days. I Googled it that night, and the first thing that came up was pregnancy, because it says that your blood levels rise for the baby. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe I should take a pregnancy test. But the thing was, I wasn't yet late for my period, so I was supposed to get my period like within a week. Comes to find out, I was a week late on my period, and that's when I caved and I bought a pregnancy test. And I just went to the dollar store and got like those really cheap ones. And instantly when I took the pregnancy test, it showed up right away that I was pregnant. And I was like, oh, maybe that's why I'm not feeling like my normal self. So that's really the first signs that I experienced before I knew that I was pregnant. And then finding out that I was pregnant, I was beyond elated. Like, I had been wanting to be pregnant. Not that we were like actively trying, but we weren't like not trying. And so I was so excited. A lot of people will ask about supplements during pregnancy and if I'm taking prenatals. With every single one of my pregnancies, I never took prenatals. I think with Zane, at the beginning of the pregnancy, I started taking them and then I just stopped, and I tried to focus on just, you know, getting my vitamins and minerals from my food. He came out fine and Maddie came out fine, but I do feel like I'm eating a lot better now, and I have such confidence in the way that I eat that I really feel no need to take a prenatal. And I eat lots of liver, so I feel like I'm getting lots of good nutrition from that. And, you know, red meat has tons of vitamins and minerals and really everything that the body needs. So I feel very confident and comfortable with just getting everything that I need for this little baby inside of me from my diet. People will sometimes ask if they need extra electrolytes when they're pregnant and eating a diet that's low carb like this. And for me personally, I don't take any really like supplemental electrolytes. I'll just have pink Himalayan salt and I'll suck on like the little crystals and drink water, and I feel really good just doing that. How am I feeling now? I'm feeling really good. I feel like my energy is through the roof. I feel like I don't even need 8 hours of sleep, which is crazy. I try and get 8 hours of sleep, but if I only end up getting like 6 or 7, I wake up and I'm just like instantly awake. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take care of my babies and to go about my day doing the things that I need to get done. I haven't had, like I said, any food aversions. I haven't had any morning sickness. And I'm just feeling overall very healthy and even fit. I have stairs in my house and I go up and down the stairs multiple times throughout the day, and it doesn't fatigue me. It doesn't wear me out. I remember when I was pregnant with Maddie, we were in this same house, and being pregnant with her, even just in the early stages, going up and down the stairs just really gassed me. Like I was huffing and puffing, and so I definitely feel like my body is in a really good place. And I've just been enjoying this pregnancy so far. I can hardly believe that I'm almost done with the first trimester. They really, are telling the truth when they say that pregnancies go by way faster when you have other toddlers running around. And I've definitely found that to be true. So also for me during this pregnancy, I feel like some of the meats that I've really been craving is bacon and beef. And like those two together, so like steak and bacon, or burgers and bacon. And as you know, today I cooked up a big 3-pound package of ground chuck beef. So that's just stuff that I've been really enjoying during this pregnancy. I also have been enjoying drumsticks and sometimes pork steaks. And I will say I don't crave them nearly as often as I crave the beef and the bacon. I really enjoy the cheese curds as well. I've definitely ate my weight's worth in cheese curds during this pregnancy so far, so we'll see how much more I will eat of that. I really do love my cheese. And like I said, sour creams and like cream cheeses and things of that sort, I eat on occasion, but it's nothing that I like feel like I need to have. It's just kind of more to keep things interesting and to add a little bit extra flavor to my meals. Well, yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what's been working for me, and that's how I've been feeling during this first trimester of pregnancy. And I can't wait for the rest of this pregnancy to see how I feel and to keep on growing this little life inside of me and to keep you guys all up to date on everything that's going on with me. What are you doing? Who's that? This little one just woke up from her nap. Her brother is still sleeping. So we're going to go outside and let the doggy out, aren't we, Maddie? You want to go outside? Yeah. Helping me walk the dog, Maddie? Yeah. Boomer's sniffing around, trying to find some treasures, I'm sure. Maddie, are you playing the sticks? Yeah. Looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice backyard. We actually will be moving into a new house by the end of this month, so we're super excited for that. Definitely will be packing and having to get all of our stuff in one place and hauled over to the new house. The new house that we are going to is actually going to be 30 minutes from where we live now. So the kids will have a bigger yard, won't you, Maddie? I think you say yeah to everything. When Zane wakes up, I'm going to have to get him out here so he can come and play outside too. And then Daddy will come home and we will make dinner and then probably go to a volleyball game tonight at the school where my husband works, because their volleyball team is playing tonight, I think, for the first of the season. So we're going to go and cheer on the team. But other than that, I think that it's going to be a pretty chill night for us. What'd you find? Ooh, is that a branch?
Yeah.
Cool. Zane, are you riding your tractor? That looks fun. Yeah. Are you working? Wow, looks like you're doing some hard work. It's a little past 3 hours. I'm going to turn this off and I'll give you guys a look at what it looks like. So that's basically how it looks. I'm going to let it cool down here and put it in a different container. This is how it looks outside of the crock pot. I'm going to go ahead and grab a knife, and what I usually do is I cut it in half, more or less, and then I cut it into fours. It feels really good and tender. And just, let's see if I can crack open a piece. So it's kind of like a meatloaf, but it's just really nice. I'll probably have a slice of this now for this afternoon. It's just a little past 3 o'clock. And then I will save the rest in the fridge, and I can just snack on this throughout the rest of the night, or whenever I feel hungry, and maybe I'll have some left over for tomorrow, which I probably will. So I can eat that for breakfast tomorrow. So yeah, that is probably the extent of what I'm going to eat today. If I get hungry tonight, maybe I'll make a couple eggs for myself too, and if I do that, I'll let you know. So pretty simple. All it was a crock pot and cooking for 3 hours, and I got my cooked beef. I call it my beef loaf, and it's delicious. As you can see, I ate half of the loaf. So I had just under, I would say, 1.5 pounds of meat. I think I'm going to be lazy for dinner and just feed this to my family because it's already cooked. I'll probably cut it up for the kids and they'll have some chunks of it with some olives and tomatoes. Kind of do a little bit of like a taco dish for them, or maybe just have it all separate. And then I'll do the same for my husband, only I'll probably add some cumin and a couple other spices and reheat it up in a pan so that he can have it over some lettuce, or he might even want to use up some of the taco shells that he has in our cupboard. Ooh, is that good, Maddie? Yummy olives and hamburger. I decided not to give them tomatoes because they didn't act like they really wanted them. So this is what my husband ended up eating tonight. A lot of meat in these tacos. I was going to make him a taco salad, but he's been having a lot of salads lately, so he gets some tortillas tonight. So that is what he gets to eat with some hot sauce. You going for a stroller ride, Maddie? It's a beautiful afternoon. Hi, Maddie. Is that good, Zane Zane? We just got home from the volleyball game. It is currently 8:46 and I am feeling a little bit hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and eat the leftovers from our dinner tonight. This is just the ground beef that I put in the crock pot and then later seasoned with some cumin, garlic powder, and paprika. And then I also had the salt and pepper on it when I was cooking it in the crock pot. So I'm going to go ahead and heat this up and eat this. And this will probably be the last thing that I eat tonight. I just really wasn't full after eating so much of the ground beef earlier this afternoon around 3, and now at almost 9 I'm feeling a little hungry again. So I don't want to go to bed hungry, and this should definitely hold me over until morning. Also made a smoothie for my husband. It's a pretty simple recipe, and I like to use it for the kids if they want something sweet and I don't want to have a lot of sugar that I give them. So basically what's in the smoothie is 1 frozen banana, 1 tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of 100% cacao powder. There's 1/4 cup of oats. You can also sub out the oats for 1 to 2 handfuls of spinach or 1 to 2 handfuls of lettuce. And then there's 1 cup of milk or milk substitute. And I'm trying to think what else. 4 to 5 ice cubes. Blend that all up in your blender and you're good to go. So my family really enjoys it, and it's, like I said, a good alternative to a sweet treat. So in the video, my kids had popcorn tonight at the game. Like I said, I try to keep the carbs down, but sometimes, you know, it's just fun for them to get a snack, and they were being really fussy. It was past their bedtime. And so just to keep them still, we got them a little snack, and they enjoyed the popcorn. But like I said, it's not something that I like to do all the time for them. And they did eat really healthy today. They did eat a lot of meat and a lot of veggies. So I think in the end it balances out. That's what a regular day of eating looks like in this household. I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me today. And I hope that you were able to take something away from it. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in and listening to my videos, and please like and subscribe. That way more people can find this type of content, and it really supports my channel. So yeah, that's basically all that I have for you guys today. I'm just going to finish eating my ground beef over here, and the kids are already in bed, so I'll probably get ready for bed in a little while here. It's about 9 o'clock, so hopefully the goal is to be in bed by 10. But yeah, I just really look forward to just making more of this content for you guys, and I just hope that you all have a really blessed night. I'll see you in my next video. Hey guys. guys, so it's actually the next day, but I realized yesterday in the vlog I never gave you a like baby bump update, and so I want to show you guys what I'm looking like. This is my belly. I feel like I'm definitely popping out a little bit more this third pregnancy. I'm just popping out earlier than I did with my other two, but yeah, just feeling really good, and sweet little baby's got a lot of time to cook in here. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what I'm looking like at 11 weeks and 3 days pregnant, being on the carnivore diet.